Hello guys, and welcome to another video. Today I want to show you the things that I made from the last week. This machine it has some of the issues with the memory. We do have an error right here that it says the ISA configuration slot mismatch. Plug and play device is not found. Run the system configuration according to what it says right here, the utility. If you try going into the BIOS, it will not work. I have tried. Probably the motherboard has an issue with the slots right here. Like I said in my previous video, right here, this is, of course, it is installed correctly, but I'm afraid that the ones that are here, or probably the slot that is inserted in this area, is probably damaged. I'm not sure. Otherwise, we wouldn't have faced these kind of issues right here. The other problem that I encountered right here is the memory slots. With the memory slots, last week I have found a guy who's selling the vintage parts, and to my surprise, I somehow managed to get the 8 meg module. It is of course made by IBM instead of the Kingston, like the other ones inserted right here. Down to the bottom is the last slot, of course, for the Kingston, and the other two are also Kingston made, and except with the IBM top one, there is 8 meg. I did show you, I think, that it has 8 meg. 8 megabyte. Okay, we do have the 8 megabyte. And of course, I'm going to have to clean it up. I'm going to show you in the part 3 probably. And of course the thermal compound is very crusty right here, as you can see. Of course the processor, it will not require to be removed, the cooler fan, and clean it up, but of course it does look bad, from my opinion anyway. It's more dusty anyway. Okay, talking about the video card, the Voodoo Banshee Evil Queen 3D from 3D FX, it has a problem. Of course, it's not a problem because I wasn't paying attention when I made the video in the part 1 part. As you can see right here, this is the AGP, it's not the PCI standard like we have right here. This is the PCI standard. There is, however, the Voodoo 2 2000 12 megabyte that you can use on any machine that it has the PCI standard. But in my case, since it's the AGP, of course, this video card it will not work on this machine. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. What can I say? I did had higher expectation. I mean, I had expectation just by putting this card in slots and tried a few games. Because having the retro gaming computer in front of you and trying the couple of games, it will be very nice, of course. But not in my case. So it seems that I have to do a lot of efforts to grab another video card from the PCI standard. That, of course, it will cost a lot of money because you can, of course, if you want to take a look on the eBay, you'll find that the 3DFX from with PCI standard, it costs about close to $200 or more. So yeah. I think I'm going to be stick with the 4 megabyte S3, the video card right here, and try a few games. Yeah. The module, the Kingston that I was explaining earlier, is in my hand right here. Pretty bad that I couldn't upgrade the EDO SIM. With the 8 meg, of course, as you see right here, we have 24 instead of 16, like we had in my first video. And now if you go into the software, it will take a while to for the loading times for the Windows 98 to load, and yeah. Anyway, there is a problem with the hard drive, however. Last week when I checked, it had an error that the bad sectors was not completely isolated, and since we have the graphic right here and he opened a square, the red ones were right here in this area, and it will cause a lot of problem, and of course the instability. So yeah, anyway, I think I'm gonna have to try finding another hard drive on the SCSI interface, and yeah, see from there how it works. Probably if I'm increasing the capacity, probably it will not be seen correctly by the motherboard since it's very old. And yeah, anyway, okay, this is the fan that I was telling you about in my first video. This is the 92mm fan that is removing the hot air from the parts and exhausting on this side right here. Okay, and yeah, that's quite about it. For you to know, if you search on the eBay, you'll find, if you search my my model, the Compaq Deskpro 115 1500 XL, you'll find out that that this machine, without the optical drive and the original power supply, it will cost you close to $200, sometimes even more. But the last one that I've seen was priced at $200 without, like I said, without the parts that I've said. Anyway, yeah. And if I'm trying to restore this one and clean it up very nicely, and probably upgrading, finding the eDOSIM RAM that is needed, and probably the processor to change to something better, probably this machine will cost a lot more. Yeah, anyway. Okay, let's go to the properties in Windows 98 and show you a couple of things. I mean, the memory that is not seen correctly. Like I said, I cannot entering into the BIOS and tried a few things, but I'm not sure why it does that. Back in the day, this card, the Voodoo Banshee, was available on the Pentium 2 platform, Pentium 2, Pentium 3, and this one where I remember that the guys were playing the Quake 2 and Quake 3, and there was a lot of fun with it. Yeah. So anyway, such a shame. Anyway, this one, if you look on eBay, of course, is somewhere. The price tag is somewhere to 150 or more. Yeah, very nice. What can I say? This is the connector that you can pair this video card with another 3D Banshee. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. There are a lot of things that is loading here. And if I try deactivating some of the apps, the computer will work faster. With the loading times will be faster. But since it's not mine, I cannot make the adjustments that I need. So sometimes the hard drive is irresponsive, like you see right here. You see, I'm trying to do something, and the loading times, it doesn't stop. Yeah. That's quite unfortunate. I think I'm gonna have to restart the machine, and this machine doesn't have the reset button like we used with the other computers, with the newer computers. The only thing that you can do is just power down, And do not turn the computer right away. Just count to 5 or 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you can turn on, because it's bad for the hard drive and you can damage the hard drive if you turn off, and after that, shortly after that, you just turn on the computer, because right here inside there is a bladder, and of course it is mechanic. It's not like the SSD. We do have the same error, and in the software it will read 16 meg instead of 24 meg last shown here. And now we're gonna have to wait. Okay, so right now the computer is analyzing the partition, and you already seen that the computer wasn't properly shut down, and right now it's starting to analyzing, of course. Partition table, analyzing the boot record, and of course down is analyzing the directories. Also, the noise that is making this machine is not a pleasant one, because you see a lot of parts that is moving, and yeah, probably it's not the parts, but the power supply is very noisy. And the power supply also has some LEDs, you see. I want to talk about the LEDs. This one's what exactly it does. This one is the power that the computer is power on, and the other is the hard drive. So in order to have all the indicator right here on the cap of this machine, there are some tubes, the transparent tubes that is going right here, and after that they're glued to the case, and then they're reaching in this area. So you have the power on, the hard drive, and the other LED that is not working. I'm not sure if I probably fully reset, but of course it's not working. And this is how the this computer show you the activity, the LED activity. Yeah, this is very nice. I mean, I couldn't think about it, you know. You can imagine that the power supply could be very expensive, you know. Just kidding. Since it's the vintage and it's made by Compaq itself, it could be very pricey. Okay, now we're gonna have to wait more. The Need for Speed 3, in my first video I'll show you that it worked, but the optical drive had again some of the issues, and I could it doesn't work very nice. Okay, we do have the Norton system doctor that is monitoring all the time the files. Okay, let's close it and try once again the properties and go to the. Okay, so like I said, we do have 16 meg instead of 24. Yeah, so this is the error that I was telling you about. In the part 3 of the video, I'm going to try a couple of the games and make this computer work. Of course, if I'm getting the parts sooner, the hard drive that I was telling you about, the SCSI, that I could probably replace with a better one, and the memory, probably I'll be put back the Kingston slot back in place, and yeah, try a few apps. That is worth it. Anyway, see you in the part 3 of the video, and as always, thank you for watching. Bye.